Ancient history is relevant in an interesting way. I think that modern readers tend to assume that the ancient past was very distant, not well known, and very different from today. And in many ways it is very different from today. Of course, technology is totally different. But I think what's really striking is how we share so much humanity with the people in the past. And the more you read about them and the more you study them, the more you realize these are fully three-dimensional people with senses of humor, with interests, with passions about politics, with many of the same reactions we have today, and who also, in many ways, even share our daily life. I mean, obviously it's very different. We have cell phones, we have cars, we have all this stuff. But we still live in houses on streets that have doors. We still wake up and have breakfast. We still go to work. We do many of the same things that they did in an unrecognizably different context, of course. But the things that they cared about are often the things we care about. They cared if their mother wasn't talking to them. They cared if their children were sick. They cared if they had to miss work. You know, a lot of things are surprisingly familiar. It was a time of a lot of developments like law and justice and diplomacy, things that have come down to us today, that I think make it very relevant, because a lot of what we have now comes ultimately from them. This is such a vibrant field, and this is something that I think people don't necessarily know, that there are scholars working on many different aspects, and I've tried to bring in that recent scholarship so that it's accessible to readers who aren't specialists in the field, so that it's put into a forum where they can understand it, because we generally as scholars write to one another. We write in scholarly journals, but there is a lot that is really fascinating.